Welcome back to the channel, guys. KFARR back again once again. If you were expecting a sovereign citizen or a more video, let me pull the rug out from under you right now. This is going to be a frauditor video. And if I'm talking a little bit slower than usual, it's because I'm trying to get everything into this clip that I can without blowing past every exit. So this is going to be a frauditor video, or a frauditor versus frauditor video. I don't cover frauditors. I cover a few people, the public interest stories, the people who are out there being public nuisances, still creating victims, the broken system, broken trusts, the Jeremiah Paynes, the Chris Ryders, the losers who have threatened me, for lack of a better term. But every once in a while, a frauditor video that's so good will come across my feed, and I think to myself, yep, I have to cover that. And today's video is brought to you by Boot Body Cam. Boot Body Cam, I'll leave a link to their channel in the description. Go give them a subscribe. Great channel. I watched a little bit of this morning. I clearly only watched that much of it before I decided, yep, I'm going to have to cover a little bit of this. So just to put it into context, it's going to be San Joaquin Valley Transparency, who I don't believe I've ever covered in any context. I try to not cover West Coast guys because they just bore me to, no end. But this is going to be San Joaquin Valley Transparency calling in to Direct D's live stream. You guys may have seen me in Direct D's comment section, his chat. You may have seen him in my comment section. I wouldn't call us friends by any stretch of the imagination. We've communicated not once privately. It's all public in chats, yada, yada. So I have no horse in this race. The only reason me and Direct D have had any communication at all is because we both cover Chris Ryder. That's it. So I have no horse in this race. So San Joaquin Valley called into Direct D's live stream. He's got it set up so you can call in and he'll talk to you on the live stream, which I have all that set up. I've just never gotten around to actually doing it. So that might be something I do in the future. But he calls in and he keeps saying, I wrecked him, I destroyed him, I destroyed him. You'll see I'm 4 minutes into this live stream so far. And that's all he keeps saying is, I destroyed that mother effer. I destroyed that mother effer. I wrecked him. We must have vastly different definitions for what those words mean because I did not hear that in his phone call. It's kind of, he gives him some middle school digs and thinks he cut him so deep, which, again, I didn't hear. I'm going to cut in a lot, just so you guys know. But they go back and forth, and through his phone, he's playing the recording of this through his phone. He doesn't quite sound the same. The only thing that I could chalk it up to is maybe he was drinking during the phone call. Maybe he smoked a little bit. It is the West Coast. I'm not calling him an alcoholic. I'm not calling him a drug addict. I'm just saying he seems not the same as he is during this live stream. We're going to watch this. Kick your feet back or kick your feet up. Grab a drink. This is going to be a great video. It's just comedy. It's comedy. Comedy.
I'm about to fucking wreck this motherfucker right now. You guys are absolutely gonna fucking love this. If you hate that piece of shit, Christopher Ruff, then you're gonna fucking love this. And that fool talked a lot of shit, right? Talked a lot of shit. Let me know when you guys come in. I know it's late, but I'm awake and this shit is gonna be fun. Hell yeah. Who's in here with me? Leave some comments. We're about to show you how I fucking wrecked this motherfucker, dude. He wanted to keep playing. He wanted to keep bumping his gums about me talking all kinds of shit, thinking he's going to hurt my channel. But that wasn't going to be the case. I was going to wreck this fucking dude. You guys are about to absolutely fucking love this. I completely fucking destroyed Direct D. I'm going to prove that shit right now. All right? Yep. You guys are going to fucking love this. He lets me call in and I get to talk shit to him because he's a fucking punk. He wants to talk a lot of shit about this guy and that guy and everybody else. But the truth is, nobody that he talks shit about wants to call in. The Rogue Nation is the only one that I've seen called in and put this phone check, right? Rogue Nation did it his own way, and he did it very, very fucking well.
Just because I wanted to talk crap about Rogue Nation for a second, Rogue Nation is also the elderly man who wanted to fist fight me a few years ago. Okay. And he claims Rogue Nation put Direct D in his place. I want to point out to you guys a great stream from a while ago in regards to Rogue Nation, because, well, it was Rogue Nation versus Blue Bacon. It's called A Former Criminal Investigator Has a Relaxing Chat with Rogue Nation. It's a great video. Rogue Nation to this day still talks crap about it because he was fact-checked in real time. Still can't get over that. So, yeah, I just wanted to point that out about Rogue Nation.
But I have my own way of doing shit. All right. I'm a durable motherfucker and I like fighting. All right. So I called in like I did last time. But let me give you guys a quick rundown of Direct D. All right. I visited him in Arizona and all that shit. I fucking hung out with the fucking guy. He's fucking terrible friend, terrible person. All right. Now check this out. When I was at his house, I saw him treat his wife like utter dog shit, complete dog shit. So much so that I fucking was so uncomfortable that I had to go get an Airbnb. I didn't want to stick around and fucking listen to him disrespect his wife. Right. I never understood your friendship with him. You're right, Jody, but I always try to help people. Right. I do go out of my way to help people and shit. Sometimes motherfuckers fucking, they're backstabbers like this guy. Right. But I did call in. Check this out. I watched Direct D treat his wife like utter shit. He talked a lot of shit about me. He thought he was going to hurt my channel. And then I exposed who he truly was. Last time I called in, I said it on the live stream. Bro, I hope your wife watches this fucking video or is listening because I got to tell her that it's not right the way you were treating her. You fucking treated her like utter dog shit. And she deserves better, bro. That's the mother of your children. Look, a long time ago, I gave this guy a skateboard from a professional skateboarder. His name's Devin Calloway. He's a friend of mine locally. That dude used to give me all kinds of fucking boards, even signed fucking skateboards. I gave him a skateboard to give to his son, and he never gave it to his older son. He kept it still behind him where he fucking sits.
All right, now this is where I try to be the unbiased journalist, if you will. So he made this claim about the skateboard, so I decided, you know what, I will try to run this down. Went to DirectD's page. I looked at this. There's a skateboard on the right side of DirectD. There's a skateboard to the left side. I believe I went to this live stream. All right, this one's in shorts format, but there's a skateboard over here on the left. If you check out this one, there's a skateboard to the left and to the right. Could this be true? Sure. If that's true, give it to your kid. But it seems like there's multiple skateboards in his office, just like there's multiple books in my office. So I'm going to give that a 50-50. With that being said, a few minutes ago, I actually got a notification from DirectD's page that he put out a short. And I'm going to have to play that short during this video because it's very relevant to what San Joaquin Valley Transparency is trying to say or make claims that makes him a complete hypocrite if true.
So, I just kind of know who this guy is and how he is, right? So then he starts talking shit about me. I lend this guy $3,000 fucking dollars. He's gonna work it off, but he doesn't want to fucking do it. He did work for a little bit, but I ended up firing his bitch ass, right? He doesn't want to pay me my money, but it's all right. He's a fucking loser. And I'm sure he owes a lot of fucking people money. So whether these guys want to come out and tell the truth about who he is, I know some folks have talked to me, right? And talk to me about him and talk about all the money that they've lent him. This guy doesn't like to pay it back, right? So you guys are gonna love this. Last time I called in and I was telling him fucking on his thing, and he took that fucking video down because he knows how powerful my words are and can be, straight up. And I kept telling his wife, I was talking to his wife. I was talking to him, but I was talking to his wife too. I was like, hey, girl, you fucking deserve way better than that. A woman shouldn't be fucking disrespected like this fucking guy, right? He even calls her a bitch today, right? My fucking ex-bitch and all this and that, right? Like, so after my phone call last time, I was watching one of his live streams where he was talking shit, and he started talking about how he's single now. And I'm in the chat fucking talking shit too. And he's like, I'm single now, fucking single, yada, yada, yada. And I was like, I did my fucking job. My little brother used to not want to argue with me because he used to say, damn, I don't like arguing with this motherfucker. He won't let you sleep. He digs deep. I know how to dig deep, right? So I'm going to start playing the phone call. I call this motherfucker today and I wreck him. I saw him treat his wife like utter dog shit, complete dog shit.
Right, and he keeps bringing up my ex, obsessed with my ex. David, let's talk about the year 2000 when you went to prison for corporal punishment on a spouse. Can we talk about, I know it was 25 years ago, but can we talk about your corporal punishment on a spouse when you beat the shit out of your old lady because she was a cop? Can we talk about that? I mean, yeah, so what? I call my old lady a bitch. Who gives a I don't know why that's relevant for the internet. I call all of you worse. I call you f***ing and punks and bitches. What do you care? What do you give a dude? Let's just talk about 25 years ago when you beat the shit out of your old lady for cop. Corporal punishment on a spouse, right? You went to prison for that shit. You act like you're all gangster and stuff. Bro, you went to prison for being a violent piece of shit to your old lady. Do we forget about that? And you pled guilty.
All right, just to keep this 100% above board, to keep this 100% intellectually honest, I'm going to leave the links to all these channels in the description. Boot Body Cam, Blue Bacon, Rogue Nation, Direct, even though they're not related to the video really. And I will be leaving the link to official San Joaquin, not San Joaquin Valley Transparency, in the description because this video originated from official San Joaquin, the YouTube page. That way you guys can find the live stream. Now we move on to this allegation. I always say there's an event in a frauditor's life that causes him to do what he does. I believe he made mention to she fucked a cop, so he beat her and ended up in prison. Yeah, that'll do it. That'll be the event. I don't mean to make light of this, but I've never had one just hit the nail on the head like this before. This has got everything. Now, I know me and Direct D are not best friends, but I know enough about Direct D to know that he doesn't say things like this without evidence. He was talking about Chris, reading court records, police reports, said, hey, your ex-girlfriend said this. Ooh, how do you know? And then dropped an interview with Chris Ryder's ex-girlfriend. So I know enough where I'm going to take this statement or short at face value. So he did time for beating his girl, pled guilty, did prison time. I think we all know that committing actual violence isn't the same as swearing. So you can't do this. I do this with BSBT all the time. BSBT has a conviction for domestic violence. Yet he will say, oh, this person's bad because they swear on the internet, or no victim, no crime, no victim, no crime, while actively creating victims and being convicted of it. You can't do that. It's not the same. Words aren't worse than violence.
And I started asking him questions like, hey, bro, why'd your wife leave you?
Hello?
He's real feminine, really weird.
What's with the weird voice? Bro, you were so... Hey, I have a
so
question,
badass.
bro.
So badass.
You always act feminine. When your song comes on, you're dancing like a girl. I gotta ask, Chris. I gotta ask.
I'm in touch with my feminine side.
Are you gay, bro?
Are you? Oh, damn! Are you flirting with me?
So 30 seconds in, you can already tell he doesn't sound the same. Like I said, you're gonna immediately tell he doesn't. He sounds a little off. And at the beginning, Directy answered his phone. It didn't sound feminine to me. It almost sounded like he was giving him an accent. Like if you know who is calling you, you answer it not like this, not hello. This is KFARR's phone. You don't answer it like that. You answer it not goofy or strange, but you know what I'm saying? It sounded like he was giving you an accent and it wasn't feminine.
I mean, for you, I could be, yeah.
I gotta ask, are you gay, dude? Just say, I got no issues with
Tell the
that.
truth, bro.
I got gay friends, bro, but all the friends that I have, none of them are scared or afraid to say that they're gay.
Do you want to do a test drive?
On the other hand, wait, no, you on the other hand are afraid to tell the truth. Let us all know right now, Chris.
I wrecked this fucking guy's life. I wrecked his life. All right. Let me just say that. And I'm fucking proud of it because he's a piece of shit. Not only did he go after me, but he went after the community. See, I'm a durable motherfucker. All right. I could take the punches straight up. But when you go after this community, that's where I come in.
True.
Yeah, what's up, Remy? Thank you, bro. Check this out.
Gay, bro?
Are you flirting with me?
You are hella feminine. You are hella feminine, bro.
Stop it.
And you know
Look at this, folks.
Stop
you're
it.
dancing. You're dancing to fucking Mortal Kombat music.
Stop it.
Like it's weird, bro. And then you got your feminine voice. You cannot hide it. You cannot fucking hide it, and you know it.
You want to take it for a test drive? Is that what's happening?
Just change the subject because you're not gonna fucking do me.
You want to ride the White Lightning or what?
So it seems like this guy got a hold of the Blanket Fort HQ blueprints. He stole them from Chris Ryder, and now he's streaming from his porch or something like that. Calm down, Kelso. You didn't burn anybody. You called a man late 30s, early 40s. You called him gay because he's no longer with the mother of his kids. Okay? That's supposed to be a burn? I just want to point out, if you dig into the frauditing community and look at some of their relationships with children or the mothers of their children, they're not with their kids, they don't have custody of their kids, or they're into kids. One of the founders of the frauditing movement, one of the tippity top, molder of frauditor minds was News Now Houston. Where is he? Still haven't heard any of these guys make comment about News Now Houston, one of the founders, one of the Mount Rushmore figures of the frauding community, is in jail for the rest of his life for things he did to his own children. So, like, this isn't the burn you think it is.
I can tell, bro. You're not gonna admit it. All right.
Won't admit to shit.
I have a real question.
A real question.
Let me ask you, bro.
I'm not gonna do a threesome with you and your old lady.
Am I the reason why your girl finally left you? Please tell us the truth.
No. Why are you so obsessed with her?
Wait. If it wasn't me telling the truth when I call in, then why did she leave you? Because she didn't leave you until after my phone call. Tell the truth. Why did she finally leave?
Bro, you're...
When I called in and I destroyed you and I told the truth where you treated him.
Look, he keeps his line open and he asks me to call. And then I call in him and I fucking completely wreck this scumbag, right? And then he hangs up on me twice. Oh.
All right, guys, the frauditor nervous laugh will never not be funny to me. They all do it. I've heard BSBT do it. I've heard him do it. I've heard Chris Ryder do it. They sound like a Krusty the Clown after a long night at the bar. They're all like, they all sound the exact same. And it's always after something they know is not true. That's when they use it. In my opinion, he did no roasting. There was no wrecking. There was no destroying of anything. He basically went on this guy's stream, called in, wasted everyone's time, and went, you're gay. That's basically what he did. And to try to criticize DirectD, again, if I do this on my stream and somebody calls in and goes, hey, KFARR, why are you so gay? Yeah, I'm going to hang up on you too because that's dumb. And if anything, DirectD gave it right back to him better. And then instead of changing the subject to a subject you could win, you just kept saying, why don't you just admit you're gay? Like, are we in middle school? Like, is that what we're doing right now? Is that the game we're playing? Because you didn't roast anybody, but I'm going to let this next clip play, and it's going to be very apparent at the very end the reason why I even covered this video. Because the people this guy's trying to, like, shield or protect is just scummy.
Sat there and I watched you treat her like garbage, dude.
This is true.
Tell us the truth. Tell us the truth. Why did she leave, bro?
Are you just jealous you could never pull a chick like that? Is that what it is? Is that why you think about her?
Separated?
Let me just say this, guys. I have never been attracted to this guy's fucking wife. She's like really fucking tall. I'm not even gonna fucking put her down. She's just not my type. All right. Plus, I've been married to my wife for fucking 23 years. I've happily been with my wife. I don't need to fuck around. I'm happy where I'm at in life. This guy is fucking delusional. He went after Bao and his girl, right? He went after fucking Chris Ryder and his girl. This guy goes after everybody and their girl. All these guys that he went after, they're girls. This motherfucker is no longer with his girl. She left his punk ass and he fucking deserves it. That's what you get, motherfucker.
Yes, that's right. He's doing this because DirectD had the nerve to correct and call out Chris Ryder, the guy who was filing knowingly false EPOs against people, threatening actual criminal charges against people who are simply covering his videos, covering his wrongdoing, covering his past crimes, covering his current criminal court case that he's been putting off for like 2 years. That's who he's protecting. What kind of world do we live in? To be honest, I guess I've said this to BSBT before when he tried to cover for Chris. I guess if you put hands on females, you have to cover for each other. And if DirectD was correct and this guy went to prison for beating his wife, peas in a pod. Chris got an assault for conviction for putting hands on his ex-girlfriend. And he will claim to this day that allegedly that's what happened. Now, that's what the guilty disposition for that, that's what that kind of proves. So, yeah, that's kind of why I even covered this, because it's just so scummy that this guy's choosing to... If somebody's wife leaves them, I don't want to say that's between them, because it could have, varying reasons why. But to try to call out someone's wife leaving them while you have a conviction for beating someone, crazy to me. It's absolutely crazy to me. And to do that because that person's calling out a convicted criminal who's currently making more victims. Like, as we live and breathe, he's creating more victims. What kind of scumbag are you? Like, if you cover for or support Chris Ryder, you're a scumbag. Point blank, full stop. You're a scumbag. Anybody who's in that camp is a scumbag. Like, you can't get behind that guy and go, yeah, Chris Ryder's a great guy. No, that should never be said. But that's the video. If they keep warring back and forth, I might cover it again, but this was too good. Apparently, get wrecked is calling somebody and just saying, you're gay, and wasting everyone's time. Like, it's crazy that I'm a younger person in this whole thing. I'm 34. I think Mark Baggett's younger than me, and he's the only person younger than me who does this. And it's crazy that I'm not calling random streams and saying, oh, you're gay, even though I'm like 20 years younger than most of these people. Like, it's crazy to me, but that's the video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it as much as I did. Peace.